Oh, hi YouTube. I didn't see that the countdown clock had finished its little cycle. Anyhow, I'm shirtless because I'm getting ready to go to bed. It is now, let me take a look. I've got the timer, the clock covered up, but it is now nearly 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm getting ready to go to bed. But before I do, I'm going to make this video, which was suggested by someone that I subscribe to named Van, otherwise known as Timido. She answered 10 questions today that had been put to her by another person that she subscribed to, and I thought the questions were very, very interesting and intriguing. So let me take a drink of my orange juice to clear my throat, and I'll get right down to it, and then I can go to bed. Okay, question number 1. Are you a morning or night person? Considering as how I'm making this at 5 a.m. in the morning, and I am getting ready to go to bed as opposed to getting up to get ready to go to work, I'm very definitely a night person. I was born, I know for a fact, at noon on a Sunday, and I believe that my biological clock is so programmed that I will not be human anytime prior to 1 p.m. in the afternoon on any given day. What websites do you frequently visit? Without fail, every single day, I will hit up YouTube to check the subscriptions that I had, to see if there's anything outrageous, funny, humorous, or earth-shattering that I'm interested in, to see what those people are doing. I will look at Facebook. I will look at AOL, because that's where my email account is at. And I will check out a site called Boatnerd, B-O-A-T-N-E-R-D, which is dedicated to people who are interested in lake freighters. It's a special type of ship that travels through the Great Lakes system here. They range in size from simple Coast Guard style ships for the Canadian and the U.S. Coast Guard, to these huge, massive freighters that are, well, the largest one, the Paul Tregurtha, is 1,014 feet long. And they ply through this very narrow river that's just down the street from me right here. And they're very impressive to watch. And so when I see something as nearing, by looking at boatnerd.com, if I can get down to the river side and see that boat passing, I just love to just be impressed by the magnitude and the massiveness of this success in engineering going through this river system. This is question number 3. What recent movie have you been affected by or liked? I don't go to movies a lot. I really, really don't. If I go to movies, I'm going to be viewing them right here on this screen through my Netflix account, something that I've rented through Netflix. And the two that have made the most impression upon myself in recent times have been The King's Speech and Precious. Very, very dramatic movies in both situations. Excellent acting, excellent writing, excellent camera work. They have well deserved all the awards and accolades that came their way, and I would recommend both of those to anyone who wants to look at a good movie. Precious is a little more heavy, dark drama than The King's Speech is, but when you think of Monique and the girl who played her daughter, those acting roles under the conditions that those characters were enduring are exceptional. Let's see, this is question 4. What can you not live without? What object, what possession? Seeing as how I have a 47-mile commute one way to work, driving over 92 miles a day just for work alone, I cannot live without a car. I have to have a car. Without a car, I don't have a job. It's specific and as simple as that. What languages do you speak? Southeast Michigan, very fluently, have done it my entire life, will do it for the rest of my life. Don't see any reason why to change it. The Southeast Michigan dialect is very, very unique, very, very central to this region, and something I don't want to depart from. Actually, I never studied the language in school, but the best I can do is, having been a church soloist in the past, I learned how to read phonetically German because I was raised in Lutheran church, and some people who are traditional Lutherans like the German language and like to hear songs that are by Bach or other composers done in the German language. And so I can read German. I have no idea what I'm looking at, and I can sing it. But as far as, like I said, knowing what I'm talking about, yeah. If this were your last day, what would you do? Well, probably the thing that I would do on my last day would simply be this. I'd make phone calls to all the people that I wanted to know, whose efforts in my life I truly had impact on me, and whose presence in my life I appreciated the most. I would not want to leave this earth and not let them know that they were very, very important to the person that I became in life ultimately. If there were a zombie apocalypse, what would be your weapon of choice? I'm not into the zombie thing at all that much. I know it's a genre of the horror film, which some people would just go absolutely crazy about. But I can tell you, if I were seeing a zombie coming from that way, I'd be going that way. That's the weapon of choice. My feet. What singer would you like to delete their songs? And I guess that means the catalog that they put out, their discography as we call it. The only singer in history whose voice has really caused that nails on chalkboard reaction in my life has been Little Richard. If his entire catalog could be obliterated from the face of the earth, I wouldn't shed a tear. What fear do you need to get over in life? The fear that I am not college material. And I had some problems in my school years, learning and adapting to curriculum and whatnot. And it was told to my parents at one point that I was not college material. This one was relatively young, and they should probably just, chalk my whole academic experience up to as being for naught and look for something else for me to do. And that had a very, very huge impact upon me, to the point that even in senior high school, one of my counselors would routinely refer to me as quote-unquote bad news because of this. That was very blatantly my record. It had such a massive impact. I really fear going and seeking out any further academia, even though I have done 2 trade schools in my life. I went through school to become nursing assistant. I went through school to become a paramedic and did well in both of those. It's just that that's not full academia, it's not college per se. So my fear of failure at college, I need to find a way to overcome that. Now the last one has 5 categories that I have to respond to, and I've got just less than a minute and a half here to try to get down to. What are your 5 pet peeves? Well, first, cell phone drivers. People who are on their phones when they drive and they are obstructing traffic because they're not paying attention. Additionally, as I said, I drive 47 miles to work, and the first 15 miles of that is on a highway not too far from here, which is 2-lane. It's 55-mile-an-hour zone, and invariably I find that when this traffic is very, very slow, it's someone who's doing 25 in a 55-mile-an-hour zone on their cell phone, and that just drives me totally bananas. I am also very, very non-friendly to smokers. I do not like people who have or are gum chewers. I don't like to see the coiled phone cords tangled out of an obliteration. And anyone who says the word retarded in a derogatory or demeaning manner. Well, my time is just about up, and so that's my questions. If you have a response, put it down there or make a video response, and I'm going to bed. See you some other time.